Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is DorianKoholi, and in this video, we will be putting together another house for the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge, which is a legacy challenge created by lilsimsie. We're moving on through each generation, and now we're up to Carrot, which is the third generation. For this generation, your sim doesn't seem to be interested in being around people, but they do love horses. The goals for this generation are to complete the championship rider aspiration, max the horse riding skill, have 3 horses, grow carrots, before finally getting married as an adult. This gen requires horse ranch and city living, although like with the rest, there are potential substitutions and there is a base game version. So for this build, we went for the 30x30 Cantor Ridge lot in Chestnut Ridge. My goal was to find an inexpensive lot that wasn't too big, and this one worked out really well, especially because it has a field with some horse training equipment right next to it. For the past Very Veggie builds, I've been giving myself a limit on simoleons. For the broccoli build, I kept it as a starter home since that was the first one with 20,000, and for each gen, I've been upping that limit by about 10,000, since I figured it wouldn't be completely unreasonable to make that much extra money as you play through each generation in a legacy challenge. So for the carrot generation, we had 40k, or well, 37,600 if you deduct the price of the lot. Overall, this was a pretty good amount of money to work with. You will see towards the end of the video though that I had to make a few substitutions. I'm still not 100% sure why city living is required for this pack, unless it's for one of the Sims traits. I'm not sure what packs they're from, but using the fridge and stove from that pack were a lifesaver, as subbing out my original choices for those used ones got us a few extra $1,000. Anyway, this is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-story house. Most of the house is themed around the color orange, which would make sense for the carrot gen, but I did include a yellow bedroom as this would be for the heir of the next gen, Squash, which has a yellow color theme. I tried to give the house a more rustic, homestead-like look, so there's a lot of wood trim everywhere, and the rustic decor from Home Ranch is pretty much used exclusively. I did give a bit of a modern touches with the sunroom / living room, as I wanted to use the new glass walls we got from Enchanted by Nature. In addition to the house, I have a separate barn building with enough space for 2 horses. I had forgotten the goal was to have 3, but I figured it wouldn't take much to reconfigure or expand this to include a 3rd horse bed if need be. I wanted to set up the barn in such a way so your horses could easily access the property from the front, as well as have access to a separate field off to the side of the lot. Outside, I just tried to do some basic landscaping, and I added a small pond, which I surrounded with some of the new rocks we got from the Nature's Calling event. I thought it would be kind of a cute idea to add a sized up carrot to the lot as part of landscaping, but for whatever reason, as soon as I put it down, it goes into low polygon mode. It's still there, it's there, it looks okay, it just looks like a weird shape. I also wanted to make sure to add some garden plots so you can grow your own carrots. I kind of wish Horse Ranch included some of those in-ground ones that we got from Cottage Living, but if you have that pack, you can easily sub them out yourself. So far, this has probably been my favorite build in the series. Even though I did run into some budget issues towards the end, it still feels the most fleshed out. I still haven't actually started playing through the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge, but I am looking forward to playing in this house when I do. And I will, I promise. But that's about all I have for now, so I will let you guys enjoy the rest of the speed build, and I will see you in a bit for the lot tour. So bye y'all. Alright, so welcome into the Carrot Gen house. We have our little default sim, and I gave him a little horse because why not? So this is, you can kind of see we have like the house, we have the barn off to the side, we have the little pond with the rocks from the Nature's Calling event, have some pathing, just some basic landscaping. I'm trying to get out of the habit of just surrounding houses with hedges because I know it's not always the most realistic thing, but you know, it looks nice, but I think this looks okay too. But yeah, so we have some basic little rougher looking landscaping. We do have the garden plot. You can kind of see over here, like we kind of have like the doorway. It just kind of goes straight through. So that way your horses, they can come in to here. They have each of these two stables. I forgot to include it in the speed build, but I forgot you have to actually feed the horses. So I did add some feeders. We have the water troughs. But yeah, they can just walk through here, walk into this field and do whatever horses do. I also did give, I didn't realize I didn't have any activities for them on the lot. So offline, I just put like a little ball here so they have something to play with. But yeah, in the stable, we just have the trash can. We have a little desk with a chair. I figured Sim could download and check the books or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Going up to the house. So this is the carrot. Well, before we get to the house, this is the carrot I was talking about. See if I click on it. Oh, now it's making me a liar. Okay. I swear to God, this looked low poly in the speed build. You guys all saw that. So I'm just gonna put that back though. So yeah, also, so going up here, we have our little front porch. Going inside, we have our little entranceway leading into the kitchen. It's a very rustic, lots of wood tones, something you would see in probably like a farmhouse from like 120 years ago. I did originally have nicer appliances, as I kind of mentioned in the speed build, but I did have to switch them out for the used ones from City Living just because it saved me a ton of money and I still need money. But yeah, that's pretty much it for here. We have our pride flag because of course, and because it's orange, I put the phone in here. I think this was from the Blast from the Past event. And yeah, then we have our little dining room area, just a table and chairs. We have our little living room area with the glass walls. I absolutely love these things. I want to do more with them. So keep an eye out for that. And then have a small little half bath right here. And then this is the Squash Gen's bedroom. So they're going to be, their color theme is yellow. So I'm trying to do that for each build, kind of give a bedroom for the next gen. So we have our little squash, our little yellow bedroom, little yellow kids room. They have a full bathroom with a tub. And then going upstairs, this was pretty straightforward. We have just a bedroom, so lots of kind of a mix of Horse Ranch and City Living. So I think this is from City Living. This might actually be base game. No, this one's base game, but you know, it looks more modern. We have cool little artwork here. I do absolutely love these side tables from City Living. I forget what they're called. The Fulbright bow. I love these, and being able to sneak them in here was a nice little. So it might not be too matchy because like yeah, like the Horse Ranch style bed, but I think it looks cute. And then we have just a full bathroom, and out here just like a little desk with a chair. If you have enough money, you want to put a computer here, I could see that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's fairly straightforward, but it is a little more fleshed out than some of my other houses have been because I didn't have as much of a budget restriction. Like I said, I did have to end up subbing out some things, but I had enough to mostly make it work. I'll be curious to see what Squash Gen entails because that's a $50,000, so that's a nice amount of money. So but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, your horses, they can go out here, they can, I'm assuming they can use this stuff. I've never actually played through Horse Ranch yet, so but I'm assuming that's why that's here. And it looks like there's some other trails they might be able to explore, which is kind of cool. This really is a pretty world. I but I need to actually go in and play through Horse Ranch one day, but another video for that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, this house is up on the gallery. So I have his VV for Very Veggie Carrot Ranch house for $37,493. So just under 40K. You should have enough if you buy this lot, get the house. You'll have a little bit of money left over, not much. So sorry about that. But you know, the thumbnail, this is actually one of the houses where the thumbnail actually looks pretty cool too. So there you go. I'm gonna update this though. This is 2 bedroom, 3 bath, and I have I'm gonna ranch house for the Very Veggie Carrot Gen. Hashtag Very Veggie, hashtag Very Veggie Legacy Challenge, hashtag DorianKoholi. And we'll put this up on the gallery. You'll see it only uses Horse Ranch and City Living. It does include some of the unlocked rewards. So like the rocks from Nature's Calling, and like I said, the phone from the Blast from the Past. So if you didn't play through those, you might not have those items. I think if you have mods, you might be able to find that stuff on the gallery, but you're not missing too much if you don't have those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching another speed build. build. If you like this video, please consider dropping a like. Please leave me a comment what you think of this build, what you think of Very Veggie in general. If there's any other types of builds you'd like me to do, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to give it a try. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I am trying to grow this channel. You guys have been such an immense and amazing support for that so far, so thank you. So with all that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you next time, friends. Bye, everybody.